going into this, how much of this was pre-production involved with this, fully formed ideas, or how much of this was created in the studio?
There is no such thing as pre-production.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not in the Jack White world.
I think the most that, like, a lot of the songs, they would just come in. Maybe Brendan would have like a little nugget,
a riff.
Yeah, a little riff.
Jack is riff based, so
I think there were one or two songs Brendan brought in. Only Child. He had a couple that were pretty well.
Yeah, that's a beautiful song.
Pretty well formed already, because he has a.
So you've got some back and forth then in the studio while you have a little time to think about your sound, maybe while they're working out things, or is it always go?
It's usually go. This time I might be able to get, if Patrick was setting up and messing around with drums, I'd be like, hey, Patrick, while you're in there, just hit the kick drum.
Hit the tom one more time.
Just hit the tom one more time. Just want
me.
to check phase instead of during the song.
Yeah.
Check the phase during the song, which has happened.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's just fun to be like, oh, the floor tom's in phase. Oh, it's not in phase this verse. Oh, it is in phase later. I was hearing things. It was always in phase.
Yeah. It happens.
Now, there's another interesting dynamic that occurs here because you went from mentor to mentee to collaborators, and you've gone and grown through a pretty amazing process to get to that point. And it's different because you have to be in a place now where you can insert yourself and say, no, that's why I meant to do that, or we did this, and you have to be able to respect him in a
absolutely
different way instead of someone who worked for me. No, this is my collaborator now.
Hey, look, I fired him twice.
Only hired me once.
I only hired him once, so fired him twice.
I don't know how it worked.
Yeah. I mean, I think the thing is, Josh and I have a really, really long history. I stole Josh from my partner, Mitch. And, I mean, Mitch Dane. I just stole him outright. I just, he was working and making a salary for Mitch. And I was like, yeah, hey, I need to borrow him. We're doing this Jack White thing. And then it just kind of turned into that. And then when my time with Jack ended, and it did, because Jack went out on the road after Blunderbuss, and, he's out on the road for 2 years, and I'm not sitting around making royalty checks, I can tell you that.
You had to date other people.
I had to date other people. And Josh went out on the road. He actually was out on the road with Jack as a tech. And so he had a job. I didn't. And then when Jack came back, I mean, I remember the Lazaretto, we had recorded a bunch of Lazaretto, about half of it-ish, 6 songs or something. Maybe 5 or 4 made the record.
It was just songs that ended up being.
And Jack called me and he said, hey man, I want to finish this record I'm doing. Are you available today? I was like, I'm not even available this month. Call Josh. He can help you. And that's when the torch passed. Because,
Thanks for that.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, you know him. And Jack's a guy who he likes to know people. If he knows people, you're family. You're in. And if he doesn't like people, you're definitely not in. And you're not ever going to be in, and there's no way it's ever going to happen. So, and that's happened. One of my other assistants, who I love and he's awesome, Jack didn't like him. And so, that's when I fired Josh. I'd fired him once. And then I had to call him back and be like, come back over here. And I yelled at him, and he apologized, and it was like that. But that's how.
Was there wrestling involved?
No, there was no wrestling. No, our beards get tangled. It's weird. So, but basically, Josh has been doing almost everything with Jack now since about 2012.
Yeah. Working with you. We started 10 years this year.
We started that Dead Weather record, and I got the flu. I mean, I totally screwed the pooch. First of all, I couldn't do work with him, and then I got the flu. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
We had 2 days to work on this Dead Weather record, and we worked the first day. It was great, and then the second day, sometime around noon, that feeling that comes on when you're kind of like, and then they went to dinner, and you and I went to that Thai place, and I was like, I got the flu. I got fever. And Ellison was flying out that night and going to London, and Jack was going back on a tour, and I didn't want to make him sick, and I just came back and I said, guys, I got the flu. I'm not coming back in the studio. I'm sorry. Josh is your guy. And that was it. and I got fired. No, not really. But it really was just, at that point, he had it. So it's fine. And the Raconteurs record was easy to mix. It sounded great.
Well,
So either he's really good or I taught him well. I would like to think the latter, but
I think that's definitely at least partially true.
partially, maybe.
So is the genesis of the record mostly one session, or did this happen over a couple of different tracking?
It was I think that we got about half the songs or a little less in first couple days that at least started as what we were going to be working on. And then we came back another time between Jack's tours and had another day or two. But then we didn't really like buckle down until January. And then or like December, it was after Jack's tour finished right around Thanksgiving, and then we went back in and we spent a lot of days. We ended up spending a lot of days in the studio.
Yeah, Jack at one point told me, when he first reached out to me about mixing it, he was like, yeah, it might be about 30 songs. I was like, 30 songs? He's like, well, we're still kind of working it down. And I'm like, all right, well, sure. And it didn't end up being that, but, I think they kind of finished what they could finish.
Yeah.
And got done with.
And I think we did, when we first started, everything was just flowing really fast. And then we kind of hit a lull sometime in January. And it was like, oh, okay. We were still working, but it didn't have the momentum that it did before. And then once it was kind of, Jack set a deadline, which he's great at doing. And then then the fire's lit. You're like, okay, well, we got to get things done.
And then I even screwed up the deadline a little bit because he set a deadline and then called me, and I was like, I can't do it for another 2 weeks. And so their deadline was actually even pushed a little bit but from what I realized, I think you guys didn't record any past the deadline, right?
No, I don't think so.
I think you were done. So
we made it.
Yeah.
Miraculously.
And, the tracks came to me. They came in Pro Tools from Josh. I mixed it analog. It's mixed on a console on my SSL. And
what did you mix to?
I mixed a half-inch and to digital, so to the Burl. So yeah, at the same time. So I do a mix patch where every track, every mix pass goes through the tape to the digital and straight to just into digital. So there's always the same thing in a tape version and a non-tape version.
Which one won? Tape.
Yeah, I think the tape won all of them. So, and that was a half-inch. And I found a case of new old stock Scotch 250. There's just a few people here will know what that means. And it was from 1986. 1986, still sealed. And we ended up using 4 of those 6 reels. And we only put the masters on the tape. No versions or any of that. And then I just ran versions, vocal up, vocal down, instrumentals, all that, just digitally.